Hey, Botafogo fans. Hey, everyone. Good morning to all of you and welcome to Anderson Motors channel. Let's talk about Botafogo de Futebol e Regatas, right? An important week is coming up. Botafogo rested. Botafogo didn't play last week, right? The players now have a week of work ahead and we have goals. We're going to solidify our place near the top of the Brazilian league. That's our focus. And also get ready for the Sudamericana, with the Sudamericana coming up next week. And we have a trip to Cusco in Peru. That's the question. According to Luis Penido. This game might not happen there in Cusco, and Botafogo is keeping an eye on it. Botafogo is keeping an eye on it. Botafogo would benefit as the game could be moved to Paraguay. Shall we talk about this? And look, focused. Danilo is focused on Botafogo for the rest of the season. Does that mean Botafogo won't sell Danilo? Calm down, calm down. However, he knows that he needs to perform well at Botafogo in order to get that offer or even return to the Brazilian national team. Right now, Danilo's focus is on Botafogo. And Luiz Henrique? Info from Anderson Motors channel. Luiz Henrique there's a possibility that Luiz Henrique could stay another 6 months in Russia. Could it happen? Would it be good for Botafogo? The moral of the story is that Botafogo is keeping an eye on everything. We're going to talk about all of this right now here on Anderson Motors channel. That's how he does it, Luis. Hey, hey! I think this is my thing. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. Subscribe to the channel and help us reach 101,000 subscribers. Do you think we can make it this week? Let's work for that, right? Leave your like, leave your thumbs up. It's through your like that more Botafogo content gets out there. You know the content here on Anderson Motors channel. I'll be waiting for all of you today at 4 and 4:30 in the afternoon for our video and our live stream starting at 6 p.m. Be here. Come talk about Botafogo with us. Sudamericana. Luiz Penido, Penidão, from Rádio Tupi, right? Who knows Penido, huh? Botafogo could benefit from a change of venue for the game against Cienciano from Cusco, which is at 3,400 meters above sea level. But with the street disturbances in Peru, the game on the 13th could be moved to Asunción in Paraguay. Man, officially within Botafogo, they're still not talking about it. But there are already rumors growing. Logically, CONMEBOL has a deadline. I believe that by the middle of the week, we'll already have confirmation if it's going to be there or not, because Botafogo also needs to prepare. Perfect, okay? But yes, there's a small chance it could be moved to a different venue. That would be wonderful, huh? That would be wonderful. Man, I hope it changes. Let's hope. Right? Guys, Danilo. Danilo, at this moment, there are no official offers for Danilo coming from Europe. Only the one from Zenit, which doesn't appeal to the player. Of course, there was a conversation with Botafogo. The focus is totally on Botafogo. Why? He has goals. He has the goal of being one of the best players in Brazilian football. He has the goal of returning to the Brazilian national team. And, of course, right, Botafogo needs to be doing well. Botafogo needs to be competing so he can grow with the club. So he's focused on Botafogo. Of course, Botafogo has set a price for the player. 35 million euros. If an offer comes from the Premier League or from any European club, it will be analyzed by both Botafogo and Danilo. But right now, Danilo's focus is entirely on Botafogo. And what about Luiz Henrique, guys? Luiz Henrique. So, Luiz Henrique played his second game in the Russian league yesterday, okay? The Russian league has already started. He was a sub and came on in the 70th minute, okay? But since there isn't an official offer for Luiz Henrique so far, There's just an inquiry from Flamengo. There were talks with Botafogo that didn't go anywhere. As for Flamengo's inquiries, the amount Zenit asked for scared Flamengo off. Of course, obviously this week there will be a lot of talk about Luiz Henrique going to Flamengo, Luiz Henrique going to Flamengo. We don't know if they will actually make an official offer for the player. But yes, there is a possibility that Luiz Henrique will stay another 6 months in Russian football and be transferred in January. Then Botafogo gets interested. Because in January, Botafogo would already be able to bring in a player of that caliber, okay? So Botafogo is keeping an eye on a possible situation where Luiz Henrique isn't sold in this transfer window. That would be wonderful, okay? Let's hope for it. Let's hope he stays 5 more months in Russia. Hey, Luiz Henrique, hang in there, man. Hold on until January, okay? Wait, it's not January, right? It's December. Hang in there, all right? Let's keep an eye on Danilo because then Botafogo actually gets a reinforcement. Yeah, if Botafogo wasn't counting on Danilo staying, we're going to have Danilo, okay? At least until an official offer comes from Europe. And let's keep an eye on the Sudamericana. Guys, this is going to be a week with a lot of content about Botafogo, and I hope to see all of you here, okay? Before you go, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, big hug. Greetings, black and white fans. And hey, I went after them, Fogo. We're in this together, guys. Thanks.